and hit ninth. And on the mound for the Reds, right-hander Chase Burns. Pleased as always to be joined by the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley. I'm Tommy Thrall. Great to be with you tonight here at Great American Ballpark. And Cowboy, it wasn't that long ago, May 26th, when Chase Burns threw the ball pretty well against these Mets. The familiarity could be something of a problem, though, for him today, but he's been throwing the ball very well.
Yeah, he has. I think every time he's been out there, it's been a highly competitive effort on his part, keeping the opposition to basically 2 runs or none. He's thrown the ball awfully well. The one thing that you worry about coming into today's ball game is the 2 and 3 hole batters in Bo Bichette and Juan Soto, simply because they've been around a long time. They know how to adjust from one game to the next, especially against a flamethrower like Burns. And I can tell you right now, they are not going to go down easy.
And they have been swinging the bats quite well here lately for the Mets. So we'll see how it goes tonight. Burns is on a roll, 4-0 with a 1.73 ERA. He's only given up 8 runs in his last 7 starts. So we'll see how he fares tonight against the Mets. It's the Reds and Mets. Hope you enjoy it. Let's play. First pitch presented by Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. Burns ready to go to work against the left-handed hitting right fielder Carson Bench. He's into his windup, and the right-hander's home, and we're underway. The first pitch is a little bit off the inside corner, elevated on the inside corner. 74 degrees on a crisp night. TimStar game time temperature tonight. Get complete home comfort with the TimStar heating and cooling system. Find your local TimStar dealer at timstar.com. Fastball misses in. It's 2 balls and no strikes now on Carson Bench. Bench was 3 for 11, but drove home 3 in that series against the Reds back at Citi Field. And the 2-0 pitch, the fastball right on by Carson Bench, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Bench is hitting .257, 7 home runs, and 26 driven in. Left-handed hitter waiting. Burns into his windup, and he brings it home. Bench takes strike on the outside corner. And it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good pitch there from Burns. Bench just a rookie. Waiting on Burns, and now here's the 2-2 pitch. Swings and fouls this back and out of play. First round pick, he was selected 19th overall back in 2024. Just a couple of years ago out of Oklahoma State.
Definitely likes to shoot the ball the other way. Not so easy when the pitch is coming in at 99.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a slider. Carson Bench down on strikes. And that's the first out of the ball game for Red starter Chase Burns.
Now, Tommy, that was an overmatch, but that's also a young hitter trying to figure things out. These next 2 batters, this is what it's going to all be about tonight. It's going to be about how Chase Burns matches up with Bo Bichette and Juan Soto.
And right now, Bo Bichette has hit safely in 4 straight, and the first pitch is down and away. Bichette was not hitting when the Reds played the Mets in New York.
He was cold as ice.
That is not the case now. He is white hot. 4-game hit streak. 2 for 5 yesterday with a couple of runs scored. The pitch, and Bichette swings and fouls back the fastball. Starting to settle into that blue and orange now. There in Queens. 7 for 16 over his current 4-game hit streak. Even over his last 10, he's hitting .390. 3 home runs. Those 3 home runs are in his last 4 games, so 1-1. Whoops! Overthrew that a little bit. Fastball all the way to the backstop in the air. 2 balls, 1 strike on Bo Bichette.
And you also have to take into account the sun out in center field and left field. Even though Blade and Dunn have seen this time and again, not going to be so easy.
2-1. Swing and a wild swing by Bichette and a slider way low and outside. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You see a hitter swing like that. What's he swinging for? The fastball. He missed that by 3 feet.
2-2. Burns back home with it, and it is ripped into left field. It was a breaking ball, and Bichette made the adjustment. He hits this one all the way to the wall, and Bichette will go coasting into second base with a 1-out double.
That was a hanger. That ball didn't do anything. It just rolled up there. Looked like It looked like Burns was trying to throw that for a strike for some reason. But that's not a hitter that you're trying to throw a breaking ball for a strike to.
It's his 10th double of the year. He's now hit safely in 5 straight. Here's Juan Soto. Runner at second with 1 out. Soto has 4 straight multi-hit efforts. Burns delivers right as time was called by Soto.
Soto did that on purpose.
Soto backs out of the box to a chorus of boos now.
It's all a mental game. Trying to get into Burns' head right away.
So Burns went ahead with the pitch. Runner at second base with 1 out. Burns will reset now as Soto eases back into the box. It's out toward Burns. Right-hander comes set. It'll be interesting to see how he responds. Here comes. And Soto tried to check. It went around on a fastball up and in. Ended up looking silly on it. He came up and in with a fastball. Remember, Soto took Burns deep back on the 26th. Last time that Chase Burns pitched against New York. Soto with the late time. Now he gets buzzed, but swung at it. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Came up there again, and a big cut by Soto, but he came up empty. I think Burns is having a little fun with him right now.
Do it again.
Challenged him twice. Up and in. Soto took a huge cut. Wasn't close.
Really choked up this time is Soto.
Burns looks back at second. Back to the plate. And again up and in, and he leans back out of the way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Soto up to 293, 15 home runs, 34 driven in. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, Burns. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
That is veteran pitching right there, my brother. Veteran pitching.
Got him to chase the slider down and out of the zone after he went up with 4 straight heaters.
You can see Soto likes to look at you. He's very similar to how Barry Bonds used to do. He'd sit there and stare at you, trying to intimidate you with the eyes. See if you can hit that.
Now Jared Young, first pitch to Young, swung on and fouled back and count is 0-1. That's kind of how Soto did it the first time around against Burns the last time they squared off. Kind of tipped his cap to him after he struck him out early and then took him deep later. It's going to be a fun matchup. Hope we get to see it a few times tonight. 0-1 on Jared Young. Burns kicks and fires. Young takes way high and outside. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Young's hitting .263, 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. Burns back to the plate. The pitch to Young is cut on and missed. Blew a fastball right on by him, and now he's got him down to the count of 1 and 2 strikes. Burns has struck out 2. Gave up the double to Bichette. Eyeing a third first-inning strikeout. And here he comes with a 1-2 pitch to Young. Swing and a miss. He did strike him out. He pumped a fastball by him. Burns punches out 3 in a scoreless first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's the Mets nothing. Reds coming up on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
Save big money on your next painting project when you shop at Menards. Get long-lasting color with Pittsburgh's Grand Distinction exterior paint and primer in one. It's highly dirt-resistant and provides a mildew-resistant coating. Save big money in all Pittsburgh paints. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help bring your dreams to life, 1 gallon at a time. Stop by your local Menards and get your project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
At
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at JTMFoodGroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Kick off your 4th of July weekend in Cincy. Enjoy Ohio River fireworks, family fun, and baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds, white, and blue getaway at visitcincy.com.
The Reds will take their swings here in the bottom of the first inning against Tobias Myers, just recalled today. He's making only his 3rd start, pitching for the 21st time. Reds saw him a couple of times out of the bullpen in New York. So it'll be interesting to see what the Mets get out of Myers here. First pitch on the way to Blake Dunn is in there for a called strike because the Mets sent him back to AAA Syracuse to work on starting, but it's not like he ever got to a point where he was going real deep.
He only started 1 ball game out of the 3 that he pitched in Syracuse.
The 0-1 pitch to Dunn. Swung on. He whacks one in the air center field. A.J. Ewing fighting the sun. Now the right fielder comes in. Benj slides. It's off his glove. Dunn in the second standing on what'll go as a 2-base hit for Blake Dunn.
Sun ball.
A.J. Ewing had the best shot at it, but like you said, he couldn't pick it up against the sun and the bright backdrop. And so the right fielder, Benj, tried to bail him out, but Benj scrambling in made a do-or-die sliding effort, and it hit right off of his glove.
Yeah, the only outfielder right now that can see the ball off the bat is the right fielder. And Benj just couldn't get there. Ewing was frozen. He was stuck. He didn't pick the ball up, didn't see it, didn't know where it was at.
Now J.J. Bleday. Right-hander goes to work against Bleday. The first pitch to him, this is up and away for ball 1. 1-0 on Bleday. Homered yesterday. Was 1 for 3. It was his 12th home run of the year.
Of course, this is not the first time we've seen a sunball affect a visiting outfielder in this ballpark during this time of day.
It'll be tough on Ewing in center and Soto in left. And Bleday swings and misses at the split. Of course, with the 7-10 start, you probably only really have to worry about it for an inning. Maybe 2.
Heck, when you and I were doing the game the other day, during the inning, it was already gone.
The 1-1. That's a strike on the inside corner. Bleday doesn't like it. Of course, the plate umpire, Mark Wegner.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter is challenging.
Mark Wegner wasn't real convicted with his strike call there, so I don't know that he was sure of it. But it was a strike.
Call's confirmed. Cincinnati has 1 challenge remaining.
The Reds will lose an early challenge. Mark Wegner is the plate umpire and crew chief. Carlos Torres is at first base. Nate Tomlinson at second. Jacob Metz is the third base umpire. Myers sets ready. Dunn off the bag at second base, and here's the right-hander's 1-2 pitch to J.J. Bleday, instead time call. Bleday will back out. Right-hander comes set. Now goes to work with a 1-2. And Bleday rips one on a line to right. Coming in a hurry is Benj, and he will make the catch. Dunn will stay at second.
Well, that was close. I wasn't sure if that ball was caught or one hop.
I wouldn't either. It almost looked like he might have got it on a very short hop. But he makes the catch, according to first base umpire Carlos Torres. He did. He got the glove under it.
When that ball came off the bat, I thought he had a chance for a hit.
Thought it was going to carry a little deeper. I think it had a little top. It was hit hard, but I think it sunk on Benj even a little quicker than he anticipated. Rush on a line drive. Thought it might be low enough to get down, but now Sal Stewart. First pitch to Stewart is off the outside corner, cutter for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Stewart trying to get going again. He was 1 for 4 yesterday, but also struck out and hit into a double play. He's hitting .247 on the year, but the last couple of weeks under .200. Stewart watches the fastball miss upstairs. He's ahead of the count, 2 balls and no strikes.
Stewart's got a little extra body movement tonight in the batter's box. A lot of hip twisting, a lot of bending.
Little Arenado in him. Breaking ball off the outside corner.
That's kind of what it looks like.
3-0 now on Sal Stewart.
Must help because he's seen every one of these as a ball.
Haven't missed by a ton. 3-0 on Stewart. Here he comes. Myers delivers and misses way up and in with ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to Stewart. The Reds have runners at first and second base and 1 out. Tobias Myers isn't exactly a guy that's had all kinds of experience this year success up here in the big leagues. He hasn't really got a ton of major league experience total. Former Milwaukee Brewer. He's been back and forth between here and AAA Syracuse. Former 6th-round pick of the Baltimore Orioles. Myers is only in his 3rd big league season. ERA just over 4. Myers sets, now brings it home. The first pitch to Spencer Steer. Instead, he's going to spin and look the runner back to second base. Longest he's gone in any game this year, 3 innings. Pitch to Steer is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 on Spencer Steer. Speaking of getting guys going again, boy, Spencer is mired in a pretty good slump right now. He is just 1 for his last 26. That one hit was a home run. The 0-1 pitch. Both runners take off. Throw goes to second, and not in time. Sal got around the tag of Marcus Semien covering down at second. Dunn is up to third base. Now the Reds have runners at second and third with only 1 out. No challenge from the Mets. They were taking a long look at it, but Sal just able to get around it. If Semien's able to hold the tag all the way through, he would have got Sal because Sal came off the bag. But he came off the bag after the tag came off by Semien. And 2 on Steer. Myers to the plate. It's up and in a fastball, and it counts a ball and 2 strikes. 11th stolen base for Stewart, 6th for Blake Dunn. Reds have now been successful in their last 16 stolen base attempts. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball dives down and away, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Steer. Base hit here, and you come up with a couple of RBIs.
Well, there are a lot more teams are running now, and they're doing so because every catcher in Major League Baseball sits on one knee.
The 2-2 in the dirt. The count has gone from 0-2 to full 3-2.
It's a heck of a lot more difficult to come off that one knee when you're trying to throw to a base. So if you have a pitcher that's maybe a little bit slow to the plate or has a big leg kick, if he's not quick to the plate, the Reds have a team that can run.
Full count, 3-2 on Steer. Myers sets ready. And the right-hander's home with a payoff pitch, and Steer hits a high chopper to third. Waiting back on it to field it, Beatty. No play at home, so he will go to first to get Steer. Dunn will score, and the Reds have an early 1-0 lead. It's a ground out for Steer, 5-3, but an RBI ground out at that. It puts the Reds on top early.
Yeah, with the speed of Dunn, by the time that Beatty caught the ball, he had no chance. I mean, Dunn was already going into the plate.
Probably wasn't exactly what Steer was looking for, but the Reds will take it. Now Eugenio Suarez. First pitch to Suarez is off the outside corner, fastball away, and the count is 1-0. Suarez with 6 hits in his last 5 games, 6 for 10. Home run, 3 RBIs, a couple of doubles in there. Pitch to Suarez is cut on and missed. The count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
These are the spots that the Reds need Suarez to get going. He's got runners in scoring position regardless of the outs.
1-1. just off the outside corner with a fastball. Now moves in Suarez's favor.
And he did have a big 2-out RBI double in yesterday's ball game. The more times that he can do that, I think it lifts and allows some of your younger players to relax a little bit.
Way up and away. Now it's 3-1 on Eugenio Suarez. You've got a guy waiting on deck right now, Noel V. Marte, who's homered 3 straight. Myers gets the sign, readies. And here he comes with the 3-1 pitch. And he kind of buckled him there with that slider. Count is full, 3-2 on Eugenio Suarez. Last 10 games for Tobias Myers, his ERA is up near 8. The pitch. And Suarez swings, high fly ball, deep left. Soto late picking it up. Back, it doesn't matter. He turns, it's gone. A 2-run home run from Eugenio Suarez. And the Reds have a 3-0 lead.
Matter of fact, Juan Soto didn't pick that ball up till it landed. He was holding his hands out. But that's what I'm talking about with Suarez. Those types of swings, that's why he's in a Reds uniform.
A huge 2-out, 2-run home run for Gino. And the Reds have opened up a 3 spot here in the first. Boy, don't you know that feels good. Now Noel V. Marte. First pitch to Marte is a slider down and away, cut on and missed. 0-1. The Reds are desperate for a breakout game offensively. You kind of hope that maybe 3 runs in the first inning could help them relax and maybe lead to that. Ground ball foul, third base side, and Marte is down to the count of 1-2. In this inning. You talked about it.
They didn't pick him up.
That's outfielders in center and left had trouble with. That one didn't really matter. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Down on strikes. Noel V. Marte. Inning over. The Reds get 3, including a 2-run home run from Eugenio Suarez. The Reds are up 3-0 at the end of 1 on the Reds Radio Network.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, farm, or commercial property, call Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services in Tollsboro. Craig and his team are available to provide you with the service you deserve. Check out their listings at StanfieldProperty.com or call 606-301-3350. That's 606-301-3350. Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services in Tollsboro. Craig A. Stanfield, auctioneer and broker. Equal housing opportunity.
The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center on Sutton Street in downtown Maysville has 4 historic collections in one dynamic place. Home to the KSB Miniatures Collection, an old Pogue experience. Before tomorrow becomes yesterday, we invite you to get the whole story at the Kentucky Gateway Museum Center. Come explore with us. The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4. Don't forget to like the Kentucky Gateway Museum on Facebook or visit kygmc.org. Call 564-5865.
It's game day, Reds fans, and it's always a winning play at Quality Carpet and Upholstery in Maysville. With over 300 rolls of carpet and 175 rolls of vinyl in stock, you don't wait, you walk out a winner. Carpet starting at just $5.99 per yard. Waterproof laminate from only 75 cents a square foot. Click together, glue down, you name it, we've got it. Visit us at 1516 Forest Avenue or call 564-7956 for a free estimate. Check out our website and Facebook page. Quality Carpet and Upholstery since 1993, where your floor means more.
This is Chris Neal, Community Liaison with the Maysville Police Department. I'd like to encourage you today to download your free Maysville PD app that can be accessed through your Google Play or your Apple Store and help fight crime in our community. Thank you.
Let's get ready to bat here in the second inning. Reds up 3-0. Before they do, let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network.
Sports 1240 WFTM Maysville, your home for Cincinnati Reds baseball and the best in local, state, and national sports coverage.
First pitch pitch on the way to A.J. Ewing. Sure playing in front of a lot of friends and family tonight as he takes down too low for ball one. 1-0 count on Ewing. He went to nearby Springboro High School. Now the 1-0. Ewing takes a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there from right-hander Chase Burns. 1-1 now on Ewing. Right-handers 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider down and in. And Ewing behind the count of all and 2 strikes. Boy, he had a big day yesterday. Ewing a triple shy of the cycle against the Braves in that series wrap-up. 3 for 5. The 1-2 pitch. And Ewing pops it in the air. Right behind third. Just into the grass. It's Suarez to make the catch. Backing up to put it away. Ewing is the first out here in the second inning.
Yeah, I've noticed with Chase here in the early going, several of these left-handed batters, most specifically Juan Soto, and then there to Ewing, fastballs in up under their hands. And maybe that is a thought process that went into the pregame planning.
Now the first pitch is a fastball off the outside corner to Marcus Semien. Well, you kind of got to like that, don't you?
I like anything in.
1-0 pitch to Semien. Swing and a miss. A slider down on the outside corner. The count evens now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Semien homered yesterday. He was 1 for 5. It was his 9th home run of the year. He's hitting .218, and Semien pounds this into the ground up the first base line. It'll be a foul ball. Boy, it looked like it went right over the base. It was fielded by Steer. Kind of a weird play.
Kind of a weird swing by Semien. That looked like he was swinging underwater.
Tomahawked it right into the ground. Like he was chopping wood, but the pitch I didn't think was that high.
Like he started his swing and said, oh no.
But he made contact. Lucky it went foul, though.
He's still alive.
1-2 the count. Watches a fastball miss high. The count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Marcus Semien. Now Burns back to the plate with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now he's done. 4th strikeout of the game for Chase Burns. And they'll deal with Brett Beatty. Kroger's teamed up with the Reds to offer the Kroger Meal Deal at the ballpark for just $9.99. The Kroger Meal Deal includes a hot dog, Coke, chips, and this homestand, a Wonder Glazed Honey Bun. For tickets to an upcoming Reds game, visit Reds.com/tickets. Brett Beatty at the plate. First pitch to Beatty is pounded into the ground, pulled foul, first base side. And it's 0-1 on Beatty.
So you think that honey bun is like Wonder Bread?
Yeah.
And then,
they're good.
They got pretty good bread, too.
They got good honey buns.
Do they?
Yeah. Probably not on anybody's diet plan, but they're good. 0-1 on Brett Beatty, the pitch. Down too low, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Diet isn't trying to lose weight diet? Mm-hmm. What about just diet? That might enter my diet.
Go ahead. Pretty good. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging again, a bouncing ball foul, first base side.
I like them kind of fluffy now. I don't want it all thick and...
They're sweet and glazy.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like a donut?
So do I. Yeah. Think about it. It's basically like a cinnamon roll with a like a donut.
I'm big on Krispy Kreme,
yeah.
So I'm in.
Here's the 1-2. Up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Do they have Krispy Kreme in Ohio?
I have not.
Do you know yet?
2 balls, 2 strikes on Beatty. Burns delivers the 2-2, swing and a miss. He blew that fastball by him. Boy, he is breezing through this Mets lineup right now. He has struck out 5 through 2. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. It's the Reds 3, Mets nothing on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game. And if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles. Just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Hey, Reds fans, United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starbursts for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballparks spotless so fans can focus on the game and not the grime.
Matt McClain will lead things off here in the second inning. 3-0 in favor of the Reds, and Tobias Myers is back at it. His first pitch to McClain is taken for strike one on the slider. 0-1 on McClain. Myers a big breath, and the 0-1 pitch up and in, and McClain straightens out of the way of it. Not leaving the count. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Matt McClain. He's having a pretty nice June. Another hit yesterday, was 1 for 3, also walked. 1-1 pitch, again up and in, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
You ever have a chicken sandwich with a donut for the bun?
I've never done that. You have, haven't you?
Oh, don't you know it?
Of course you have.
Pretty good.
I bet it is. A little sweet, a little salty. Mm-hmm. Off the outside corner with a 2-1 slider, and it's 3-1 on McClain.
Put a little Frank's on there, you're good to go.
I don't know about that. Now you got sweet.
Kind of that Nashville hot feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. Up and in, and that's a 4 or 5 pitch walk to Matt McClain. Myers missing up with that fastball, and now the Reds have their leadoff man aboard again. 2 for 2 in that regard. Got a leadoff double from Blake Dunn, thanks to a ball lost in the sun by H.A. Ewing, and then Matt McClain walking here to lead off the second inning, and now Tyler Stevenson.
Keep scoring.
You got
Just
that
keep
right.
The pressure on. Don't let up.
Myers to Tyler Stevenson, and he takes a first pitch strike, a slider on the outside corner. Let's look at today's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Reds Mets trivia, the topic this series. Myers setting, keeping an eye on McClain. Now he comes home with it, and the pitch is off the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 pitchers who finished in second place in the National League Cy Young Award voting in a season while pitching for the Reds. Also pitched for the Mets during their careers. Tom Seaver, who was Cy Young runner-up in 1981, was one. Who's the other? Up and in. And now it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. So who is the other pitcher that finished second in the National League Cy Young Award voting?
I know this before you're going to say it.
So is it Pete Schurik, or Pat Zachary? I think it's Pete Schurik. You know it's Pete Schurik.
Well, I said it before you asked.
Yes, you did.
Said it.
And there's a line drive base hit into left field by Stevenson. He smoked it right between Bichette and Beatty. McClain's up to second base. Stevenson's on at first. And the Reds have runners at first and second base now with nobody out. That's another one that you have just flat out known. Now, the other one we knew together, that was the Ricky Karcher question.
That's what I think that's the answer.
Well, I'm going to follow you and say B as well. We'll revisit that a little bit later on. When you're saying the answer before the options are even given, That's a pretty good indication that you do, in fact, know the answer.
Yeah, well, Pete came up with the nuts.
Edwin Arroyo bunts, got it in the air. It lands foul up the third base line. 0-1 on Edwin Arroyo.
I like what we're doing here tonight. I mean, we've stolen some bases. We've gotten some singles. We're not popping up. And we're moving runners right away.
0-1 on Arroyo. See if he tries to bunt again. He's drawn the third baseman in. So Beatty playing a little tight now. Arroyo again squares the bunt. This time gets it down. The pitcher's up with it. Looks to third. Not a play there. Throw to first. Safe. Arroyo beat it out. It was that split second by Myers where he initially looked to third and realized he didn't have a play, and then reversed course, set his feet, and then threw late to first. And good hustle all the way by Arroyo.
He looked to third. Nobody was home because Beatty was standing right beside him. And then he didn't have a chance to set his feet. He threw a changeup to first, and Arroyo beat it out.
So the Reds have them loaded now for the top of the order, and Blake Dunn. Dunn dropped the double into right center field his first time up. The Reds have Myers on the ropes. First pitch to Dunn is in for a strike on a first pitch slider, 0-1. Now the 0-1. And Dunn popped it up high in the air behind third. Backing up Beatty. And straddling the line in fair territory, Beatty makes the catch, and that's the first out here in the second inning. That's the first out, and now J.J. Bleday. Bleday, second in the National League in extra base hits with 23 since he made his season debut with the Reds. Boy, couldn't they use one of those right here. First pitch to him, way too high with a first pitch slider that hung upstairs. The count is 1-0.
You know, the crazy part of watching Bleday on a daily basis, you would never know that he was hitting 184 in June. I mean, just watching him as we've watched him, he's just he's hit some balls to the outfielders that have just been caught.
1-0. Bleday fouls it back. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, if I didn't know this by being able to look the numbers up and you told me 184 in June for J.J. Bleday, I would think you were crazy.
Well, it's not like he's striking out every time.
Right. I mean, he's putting the barrel on the ball. He just happens to line out sometimes.
1-1, and Bleday watches a split miss low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Or a deeper fly ball, I guess is probably a better way to put it. It's not always a line out, but a deeper fly ball. All of his at-bats seem to be competitive.
Well, he's ahead of the count here. 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded with 1 man out. Myers from the belt to the plate. Way in off the plate. Now he's backed himself into the corner after missing with that fastball. It's a 3-ball, 1 strike count with the bases loaded. He's got to make a dangerous pitch to a dangerous hitter.
So if you're Tobias Myers, what is better? Walk in a run or give up a grand slam?
Let's find out. 3-1. And he walked him.
He went for the walk.
It was a split. And that's what a challenge. They say he didn't swing.
Pitch is called the ball. The catcher is challenging.
So let's find out. Carlos Mendoza has popped out of the third base dugout if it is, in fact, a ball. It was way low.
That wasn't even worth a challenge. That was so bad of a pitch.
So he's walked in a run. The bases loaded walk to J.J. Bleday forces home Matt McClain. And I think that's going to be it for Tobias Myers here in the second inning. Jonathan Pintaro ready to go, and he has been summoned. So new pitcher coming on for the Mets. The Reds leading it 4-0. Bases loaded, 1 out in the second. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Reds Radio Network.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
To live the life you want to live, Western and Southern is here to help you figure it all out. Our ever-expanding range of life insurance, retirement, and investment solutions are designed to do all the outworking, outthinking, and outperforming so you can outdream. We'll do the heavy lifting to help protect your family's financial future, grow your wealth, and to help make your dreams happen. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com to get started today.
Ever smiling, never gentle on my mind.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
Well, right-hander Jonathan Pintaro, he was recalled today as well from Syracuse, I guess. Well, I guess he and Tobias Myers had a pretty good conversation on the plane up.
And since Myers started, he got the window seat?
I don't know. I think maybe he should have gotten the eye.
Well, this fella here is from Pelham, Alabama.
Oh, I know right where that is.
Went to Shorter University in Rome, Georgia. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch to Sal Stewart, and it's a strike. Shorter, Division II school.
Pelham is where Dabo Swinney grew up.
Okay. Very good. That's not too far from you, is it?
Well, just right down the road.
The old
where
one.
I grew up. Where I grew up.
Right. Swing and a miss. Cutter.
I grew up in Hoover. Go just south on Highway 31. Pelham is there. They didn't have a baseball program back then, so Tracy, Dabo's brother, came up, and we played ball together growing up.
Program. You got to make sure you say it.
Program.
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
What'd I say? Program?
No, you said program. You said it. Southern, correct?
You know, I do speak Southern.
I know you do. 0-2.
Southern, English, and a bit of Spanish. With some physical tools to throw in there.
There's the 0-2 pitch. Up and in. Do you ever speak Southern Spanish? 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stewart.
That doesn't go over. I mean, I naturally do that, of course, because of the way that I talk, but it doesn't really come off real well. Because folks that speak Spanish look at you like, what? Kind of like when I'm in New York.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing, and there's a line drive just out of the reach of Young. It's into right. Here comes Stevenson home to score. Red station to station. Arroyo to third and holding, and Blade into second on the RBI single by Sal Stewart. It's 5-0 Reds.
That is a swing for Sal Stewart that served him well.
I mean, that's all he did with it. He just kind of stuck his bat out there and served it right by the drawn it in first baseman.
I was hoping you were going to get my drift.
I did. I picked it up. Nice piece of hitting. 2 in. The Reds are still at work, and now Steer. He takes inside, ball 1.
Well, now the task at hand is to keep this merry-go-round going.
They play Steer slightly the other way in the outfield. He's got a lot of room down the left field line. The pitch to Steer is a check swing foul right off the knob of the bat, or the handle. 1 ball, 1 strike on Steer. It was well in off the plate. He's a little frustrated that he fouled that off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Steer grounded out to third, but it was an RBI ground out that at the time scored the Reds' first run. High bouncer to third. The 1-1 off the outside corner of the cutter and steers ahead of the count. 2 balls and a strike. This is good to see the Reds, what they're doing in this game tonight. So far, when they have runners in scoring position, they're not giving in and swinging at pitchers' pitches. They're forcing the pitchers into the zone. The 2-1. Steer hits it foul, first base side of the line.
Well, I think part of it is that they've come to the plate just trying to get on base,
right,
rather than trying to hit the ball in the seats with every swing. It's amazing what you can do when you put a little pressure on the pitcher and then he runs into a pitch in the middle with the pressure on and somebody hits it out like Suarez did.
2-2 the count on Spencer Steer. Bases loaded with 1 man out. Steer slightly choked up on the bat. Right-hander Pintaro home with the 2-2 pitch. Outside and high with a fastball. The count is full, 3-2. Mets have already walked in 1 this inning. Danger of forcing in 1 more. Pintaro back home with a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him the cutter down on the outside corner. Steer strikes out. That's the second out here in the second inning. And it brings up Eugenio Suarez, who went deep his last time up. That was a 2-run shot. It'd be worth a little bit more than that if he could do it again.
Yancey.
First pitch. Way outside a fastball, and the count is 1-0.
He definitely did not want to leave that ball inside because he pulled it all the way across into the other batter's box.
Pintaro hands the belt. Big breath as he sets. Fires. Way outside. Cutter that his catcher Alvarez had to dive for. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count on Eugenio Suarez. Pintaro comes set. And the 2-0. Swung on, foul down the steps of the Reds dugout. That's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. That almost took out Matt McClain. Chris Valaika standing there on the steps of the dugout, closest to home plate. 2 balls, 1 strike on Suarez. Now McClain backs up behind Valaika. And Suarez takes a cutter again off the outside corner. It's a 3-ball, 1 strike count.
It's amazing how they pitch you after you hit a home run your first time up.
3 balls, 1 strike. Pintaro from the belt to the plate, 3-1 pitch. And he spins one in there for a called strike. This time found the zone with the cutter. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he threw Spencer a 3-2 cutter. I would imagine he'll do the same to Suarez.
From the belt, the payoff pitch. Swung on, and Suarez hits it high in the air. It's deep to center. Ewing back at the wall, turns, looks, gone! Eugenio Suarez's 2nd home run already tonight, and it's a grand slam.
Like I said,
Yahtzee!
Well, as we were talking in the first at bat, Tommy, these are the situations that you brought Eugenio Suarez back to the Reds to hit in. And he has found the golden swing here on this night.
9th career grand slam for Eugenio Suarez. This one into the Reds bullpen.
Did you notice that the center fielder McEwing came running in when the ball was hit?
Yeah, he didn't get a read on that at all. And he's not got the sun to blame this time. Pitch is too far inside. The count is 1-0 on Noelvi Marte. 9-0 Reds. The 1-0 pitch to Noelvi Marte. And it's a strike on the outside corner. I mean, that's the danger of falling way behind the count on a good hitter. Taro comes set. And here he is with the 1-1. And Marte lifts one in the air right field. Coming on is Binge. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. The Reds send 9 men to the plate, and they score 6 times in the second. It is 9-0 Reds at the end of 2. Cowboy has it when we come back in the third on the Reds Radio Network.
Primary Plus believes in connecting healthcare for you and your family. With 7 locations throughout the region, they provide a comprehensive range of medical services for the entire family and work to keep healthcare affordable. Primary Plus offers primary care, OBGYN, dental, dermatology, x-ray ultrasound, occupational medicine, on-site pharmacies that offer significant cost savings, and mental health care at Primary Plus Counseling Services, which now has a new expanded office at 910 Kenton Station Drive in Maysville. Primary Plus always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net.
I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but Miss Araceli, she gave me direction.
At age 47, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Let's get real. If you're looking for big-time sports, parties, pep rallies, and a huge campus, you'll find none of that at Maysville Community and Technical College. What you will find are hands-on training and university transfer programs taught by experienced instructors in small classes. You won't get lost in the crowd or end up with crippling debt. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
SIDS is not easy to talk about, but Kentucky's SIDS rate is higher than the national average. To reduce the risk of SIDS, follow the ABCs of safe sleep. Place babies alone, on their back, and in a clean, clear crib. Learn more at safesleepkentucky.org.
Don't adjust your hearing aid. It is 9-0 Reds here as we begin play in the third. As my illustrious partner Tommy Thrall just said, the Reds have not scored more than 6 runs since Ellie has been out as Burns pours in strike 1 here to MJ Melendez, and they just scored 6 runs in the second inning.
Pretty remarkable, really.
Oh, my. The 0-1 to Melendez. Fastball up and away. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
It's just a real good series of at-bats with the pressure on. In both of those innings, not just the second, but the first inning too.
Burns back to the plate, breaking ball, lifted foul down the third baseline. 1-ball, 2-strike count. Melendez, Alvarez, and then back to the top of the order, Carson Bench. Hey, Eugenio Suarez has come to the party tonight, and there are times for Reds fans that have watched him throughout his career, when he gets hot, he gets smoking hot, and tonight is one of those nights. Fouled off to the left side. Count stays at 1-2. Time called by Melendez as he'll step back out of the batter's box. Melendez came in heading at a 2:04 clip. Former Kansas City Royal. Long look in by Burns. And here's the 1-2 delivery. Pop foul again, back behind home plate and out of play. Melendez sets up, and now Burns back to the dish. Swing and a miss. Got him with a backdoor breaking ball. 1 down.
You're on your way to a pretty good night at the plate when you have 6 RBIs after 2 innings.
Suarez came into the ball game here on June 15th with 5 home runs. He has 2 more here tonight. And we have seen him go on a run a month long where he could tally 3 times that many. Foul back behind home plate. The fastball in on the hands of Alvarez. No ball, 1 strike count. And this is the Mets team coming off a 2 out of 3 win versus the Atlanta Braves. Back to the plate. Tapper towards the second baseman. Arroyo has it in time, 2 down.
Well, the best way to be able to beat the Mets is, well, like you talked about to start, keeping Bo Bichette and Juan Soto in check for starters. But the other thing is, don't let them get to their bullpen with a lead.
Jump on them early.
This is another team with a really good bullpen. Theirs has been one of the best in baseball since the beginning of May. Scoring 9 in the first 2 innings is a good place to start.
Bench stands in for the second time, swings at a first pitch breaking ball, fouls it off his front foot. I'm sure that felt real nice. Ben struck out on that very same breaking ball in his first at-bat. And he's down in the count here at 0-1. 2 down in the inning. Only hit for the Mets thus far was a double on a breaking ball that kind of hung in the zone off the bat of Bo Bichette. He's in the on-deck circle. Here's a fly ball into left center, and Dunn will have it. And that is another quick 3-up, 3-down inning for the right-hander Chase Burns. 9-0 Reds. Let's see if they can score some more as they come to the plate here in the bottom of 3 on the Reds Radio Network.
Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Think a printer is just a printer? Think again. Today's multifunction printers store sensitive data, connect to your network, and can be a prime target for hackers. At Modern Office Methods, Cincinnati's authorized RICO dealer, they help you secure your devices with advanced encryption and authentication controls. Mom protects your data with automated deletion of stored documents and detects threats in real time with built-in security alerts. Visit momnet.com to secure your print environment today. Modern Office Methods, secure technology for a secure workplace.
Hey Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. For Father's Day, skip the tie, ship Dad Graders instead. Ship frozen to his door anywhere in the country. Sweet Summer Peach just dropped. He'll figure it out from there. Graders.com. Taste the greatest.
Matt McClain deleted off for the Reds here in the third. Reds sent 9 batters to the plate in the second, plated 6 runs. 9-0 for the Reds in the first game of this 3-game series against the Mets. First pitch misses down and away from the right-hander Jonathan Pintaro. 1 ball, no strike count here to McClain. Pitch to the plate, that's going to miss inside, and it's 2-0.
Pitchers are behind in the count. You're supposed to be able to make them pay. The Reds have done that tonight.
Pintaro sets, and back to the dish he comes. Breaking ball, it'll sneak right over the inside part of the plate. A little front door cutter from the right-hander Pintaro, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count here to Matt McClain. McClain walked in his first at-bat. Of course, that came against starter Tobias Myers. He's on again, and this time he's hit by a pitch. A lot of pitches from Pintaro. Really, he's leaving them arm side. That is way away to lefties, way in to right-handed hitters. Here's Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson singled his first time up. He was the second batter in that 6-run second inning. After McLean walked, he ripped a single into left field, and then the shred began. The one thing the Reds have done here tonight that I've not really seen them do in collective fashion is just carving up the opponent. And by that, I mean no uppercut, no trying to hit them, just line drives. Just putting the ball in play. Suarez is going to swing like Suarez swings. But everybody else has just been able to hit line drives and move the ball around, and it has made a world of difference. I mean, you talk about putting some pressure on the opponent. Looks like the throat guard for the umpire's mask came ajar on Mike Wegner's equipment.
What I like is
he had to do a little MacGyver there.
Yeah, Francisco Alvarez helping him out down there. Francisco Alvarez was holding it for him while he was trying to get everything tied back into place. That's good teamwork back there.
So here's Stevenson with McLean aboard. And Pintaro to the plate, and he will miss way off the outside corner with that breaking ball. 1 ball, no strike count for Stevenson. Pintaro back to the belt, eyeballing Alvarez. Pitch to the plate, and it's lifted foul right behind the dish. Fastball away, just above the knees. Stevenson just a tad tardy. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Pintaro turns it loose. He's going to miss way outside again with that cutter. And it's a 2-1 count here to the Reds catcher. Stevenson at the plate, Arroyo in the on-deck circle. Then we go back to the top of the order and Blake Dunn. The pitch, swing and a miss. There's that slider right on the outside corner. It was quick and late, and Stevenson was out in front. 2-2's the count now. Stevenson settles back in. Pintaro has the sign. Alvarez sets away. Here's the pitch. Front door breaking ball. That's going to miss inside. And that'll run the count full.
He's had all kinds of difficulty locating that
well,
cutter.
if you're opposite of the side of the plate where the mid is just about on every pitch, that's not a real good sign. There goes McLean, and the throw will go down to second, not even close. And I think they rung up Stevenson on that pitch. I didn't think that was a strike.
It's close to the bottom of the zone.
Looked like a slider. Alvarez had the presence of mind to come out throwing. I guess it was a strike. It was a slider in the middle of the plate. Could have been borderline. Give McLean a stolen base. Stevenson out via the strikeout looking, and here's Edwin Arroyo. He'll take ball 1. Arroyo hits from the left side here against the right-hander Pintaro. And again, another fastball way off the outside corner. 2-0 to Arroyo. Had a bunt single his first time up. When he bunted the ball, he was bunting for a sacrifice, but his speed and the lack of the ability of the Mets to make a play netted him a base hit. Alvarez is out to the mound. I mean, what do you say to a kid like this other than maybe need to throw a few more strikes? Make him swing. It's 9-zip. And Alvarez is still out there talking. Mark Wegner made his way out almost to the dirt on the mound. Now he'll bring Alvarez back with him. It's a 2-ball, no-strike count here to Edwin Arroyo. And Pintaro will go back to work. He sets right at the belt. He'll check McLean at second. Pitch. Lifted high into the air, into right center field. Moving that way is the center fielder, Ewing. He'll make the catch. Tagging from second, advancing to third is McLean, but there's 2 down. So now back to the order and Blake Dunn. Dunn has hit 2 pop-ups here tonight. The first one was lost in the sun by the center fielder Ewing, almost caught by Binge on a diving effort, but it netted Dunn a double. He came around to score the Reds' first run. He popped out to third his last time up with the bases loaded. He'll bat with 2 down here. Runner at third. Ground ball, shortstop. Here comes Bichette. Throws on the run. That'll do it. Well, the Reds have their first scoreless inning of the night, but they lead these Mets 9-0 after 3. We head to the 4th. Tommy Thrall's coming back right here on the Reds Radio Network.
At People's Bank of Kentucky, we believe that excellent customer service is the foundation of our business. We are dedicated to giving you the personal attention and care you deserve. Whether you are opening a new account, applying for a loan, or simply just needing help with your banking needs, come experience the difference. Visit us online at peoplesbankofky.com or stop by one of our branches today to learn more about our excellent customer service and how we can help you achieve your financial goals. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Freedom, trust,
Justice, love,
rule of law,
peace,
prosperity,
dignity, equality.
The Maysville Commission on Human Rights is there to work for you. Visit cityofmaysville.com or call 564-9419 or attend one of our public meetings held on the 3rd Thursday of each month at 5:30 at City Hall.
After all, we're only humans, right?
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Thompson.
I'm Dr. Jessica Bryant.
This is Dr. B. Is dental anxiety holding you back? River Valley Dental in Maysville offers a different approach.
We understand that visiting the dentist can be stressful. That's why we've created a relaxing environment where you can feel at ease. Our gentle and experienced team will guide you through every step, ensuring your comfort is our top priority.
Come reclaim your smile. Call 606-564-4371 to schedule your appointment today. River Valley Dental, modern dentistry, personalized care.
Healing happens. If you're a survivor of domestic violence or sexual trauma, we invite you to join our Survivor of Trauma support group. Call Women's Crisis Center at 564-6708 to register. You survived the abuse, you're going to survive the recovery.
Well, I would say both sides are doing a pretty good job of doing their part tonight. You have, on one side, the offense that has scored 9 runs. On the other side, you have starting pitcher who has given up just 1 hit and struck out 6 through 3 innings of scoreless baseball. Fly ball, right center field, over the head of the right fielder Marte. He misjudged it. It ends up over his head. It'll hit off the wall and into second base is Bo Bichette with his second double of the game. Marte went over to his right, but he didn't go back enough.
He took a flat angle rather than angling back towards the right center field wall. And because of that, he had no chance to catch that ball.
It was probably a catchable ball, but now with runner at second base, here's Juan Soto. He had a runner at second with 1 out, first time he came up. 9-0 Reds. Burns to Soto, and a first pitch breaking ball hits the outside corner for called strike, 0-1. He started him with 3 fastballs up on his hands. Some closer to his chin than others. And then he got him to chase a slider in the dirt. Now the 0-1. And a changeup is down too low. And Burns did a good job. He held that changeup back for the most part the first time through the order. So now he has something else he can feature against these Mets hitters as he works through the lineup a second time. Didn't really need the changeup the first time through. The 1-1. Well thrown fastball hits the outside corner for a called strike, and Soto's down a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's 2 pitches from Burns that part of the ball was below and off the outside corner. but the top of the ball just nicked it.
The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Slider down. Soto lays off. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. If you're listening tonight on your car, truck, radio, please remember to buckle your seatbelt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back?
Soto just doesn't chase a whole lot of borderline pitches away early in the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Burns throws off the outside corner of the fastball, and the count fills up 3-2. Little surprised Burns didn't try to challenge him up on his hands again.
Well, I think that's where Soto's looking.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Burns from the belt, looks back at second, and the 3-2. Too high with a fastball, and he walked him. So Burns struck him out the first time, walks him here in the second meeting tonight. And the Mets have the first 2 aboard with the Reds up 9-0 in the fourth.
And that kind of puts into perspective how you would feel if this was a 0-0 game. You would think, oh man, this is not good right here. But when you're winning 9-0, you think, all right, he can get a double play and pop up and get out of it.
Here's the first pitch to Jared Young, and it's low and inside for ball 1. Funny how 9 runs can kind of change your perspective of an inning, isn't it?
Without a doubt.
1-0 the count on Young. Young struck out in the first.
I mean, when it's 9-0, you order in donuts. When it's 0-0 in the 8th, you're ordering Pepto-Bismol.
Swing and a miss. Good changeup there. Young right through it. The count is even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. First and second base with nobody out. Burns gets the sign and delivers the 1-1. And it's popped up. You were saying? Pop up and a double play, right?
Something like that.
First baseman Steer will put it away on the infield dirt. Infield fly rule called.
Well, as you go through a lineup as a pitcher, especially a starting pitcher, you have an idea about which batters that you're really going to have to bear down and work. Bichette, Soto would be the latter. Then you also have an idea about guys that you can overpower. It's pretty much everybody else in the lineup, as long as you don't leave the ball in the middle of the plate.
Now the pitch to A.J. Ewing, and he takes a fastball outside. 1-0 on Ewing. Runners at first and second base with 1 man out. Burns gets the sign. Reddy's at the belt. Now here he comes with the 1-0 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner called strike. The count is even 1-1. Ewing, a left-handed hitter who popped out to the third baseman Suarez, leading off the second inning. This was his first time up. Hitting now for the second time. Bichette's at second, Soto at first, and the 1-1 fouled over by the on-deck batter.
But Tommy, it is interesting to watch the game plan unfold as far as how Matt Tracy and Chase Burns and Tyler Stevenson are going about facing these Mets hitters, because he was in on every lefty that came to the plate through the first 9. Now that he's starting through the order the second time, he is using the outside corner, and that's where he's staying.
1 ball, 2 strikes on A.J. Ewing. Here's Burns with a 1-2. Swung on, and this is foul to the left side. That'll twist back into the seats and out of play. That's how you keep hitters off balance, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Burns picks up the sign. And now Tyler Stevenson's going to go out and talk with him with the pitch clock running down a little bit. Fourth inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses is the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly.
Now, when you're facing a lineup and you know you're going to see them for 2-3 times through, you're trying to get them out a different way each time. Now, there are some hitters that you just overpower. I get that. But good hitters, you're trying to get them out a different way.
The 1-2. Fastball a little bit up and away, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Especially when you have a 9-0 lead. You don't want to. You're going to have to face the Mets again sooner or later. And if you're a good pitcher, there are going to be years that you're going to have to face the same hitters. So you don't want to show your hand too often of the hole that you're trying to punch where you know they can't hit a pitch, because they will close it.
Down and in, and now it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. So the count is full, 3-2. Runners at first and second base with one man out. Burns back home with a payoff pitch and a swing and a foul
got him right on the knee.
So he's in some pain.
That's going to hurt for a while.
He is down on his hands and knees right now, grimacing in pain.
Even with the shin guards on, when you take a foul ball right off the front of that shin guard, especially in the crouch where Stevenson is, I mean, that it makes your bottom of your leg from your knee down go numb.
Right off the top of that shin guard. Ouch. Right knee still in some pain, but ready to regroup and get back at it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. 9-0, Reds leading it in the 4th. Burns looking in, has the sign. The right-hander readies. Takes a peek at the runners, and here he comes. Check swing. Did he go? They ask at third. No swing. And that'll be ball 4. So now they're loaded. Second walk of the inning for Chase Burns. Hadn't walked anybody through the first 3.
I think Tracy's going out.
So the Reds pitching coach, Matt Tracy, on his way to the mound.
And from Matt Tracy's perspective, he's got to be saying, hey, we're wasting pitches here. Let's get back in the zone. I understand working hard against Bichette and Soto, but the mortals you got to go get.
Well, doesn't it? I don't want you to. I think you'll understand what I'm saying here, but you've got a 9-0 lead.
Right.
This is an opportunity now where
let it eat.
And try to get outs as quick as you can, and that way maybe you can preserve some of those arms in the bullpen.
Well, I think sometimes you're so locked in the moment. The first 2 batters get aboard, and you go into damage control mode really quick. And in this situation, damage control is about throwing strikes.
Time called by the plate umpire, making sure everybody, I think he was making sure all the other umpires knew there.
I think they were trying to reset pitch clock.
Maybe that's it. Here's the first pitch to Marcus Semien. Up and in with a fastball, and the count is 1-0. I mean, the last thing you want to do if you're Terry Francona right now is have to get into that bullpen early again. Burns has been incredibly good. The best in baseball when he's been pitching with runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss, the fastball up. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Semien. He just has a way of finding that extra gear when he gets into a little trouble. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Semien.
Stay up there. You don't want to overthrow it and pull it down in the bottom of the zone. That's where Semien can hurt you.
Semien's been an all-star 3 times. A pitch, fastball way high. And he's had quite a bit of success over his career. At this point, he's a veteran of 14 years in the major leagues. Broke in with the White Sox. 3-time All-Star. He's got a couple of silver sluggers. The pitch, Semien, a check swing foul at home plate. We'll try it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, Semien was born September 17th, 1990 in San Francisco. I was there when he was born.
Oh, really? Were you in the room?
I was there for the birth. But I was on the baseball field.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were meaning
a pretty good year for the old boy.
Like right there, 2-2 in the dirt outside. Count is full, 3-2 on Semien. Well, the last thing anybody wants to see is a run walked in with your team up 9-0.
Exactly.
Here's Burns with a payoff pitch. Swinging a slow chopper up the third base line. Foul. We'll try the 3-2 pitch again. Runner at third base, Bichette. He doubled to start the inning. Soto walked behind him after an infield pop-up of Jared Young. A walk to A.J. Ewing, and now Marcus Semien with the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now the pitch count starting to mount pretty good here for Chase Burns. It's 68. Burns home with a payoff pitch, and Semien yanks it a mile foul down the left field line.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to overthrow it and pull it down in the zone. You run right into that barrel. Semien may not be hitting a lot, but he can still hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's got 9 to show for it.
3-2. And he pops this up. High in the infield towards short. Again, infield fly rule called. Matt McClain makes the catch on this pop-up. And that's the second out. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network.
Sports 1240 WFTM Maysville, your home for Cincinnati Reds baseball and the best in local, state, and national sports coverage.
With the Cowboy Jeff Brantley, our producer-engineer Dave Giddy Armbruster, Drew Westerheide is our studio producer today. I'm Tommy Thrall. Brett Beatty's the batter against Chase Burns. He buries a changeup in the dirt over the inside corner. 1-0 on Beatty. Beatty struck out his first time up. This is the 29th pitch of the inning for Burns, and it's fouled back. And evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Really try to avoid those long innings of 30 pitches. Kind of takes 2 extra innings out of you when you look at it.
Yes, it does.
Here's Burns with a 1-1. And a well-thrown fastball at the knees for a called strike. In fact, Stevenson, with a delayed call by Mark Wegner, was about ready to challenge when Wegner went up with the right arm. Now he's got him down to the count of ball and 2 strikes. Burns home with it. And just off the outside corner. Hardest fastball of the night for Burns. It was at 100, but it's off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Probably don't want to go to 3-2 again.
The other part is this is taking a lot out of you as a pitcher. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him with a slider down and in. And the inning is over. So the Mets leave them loaded in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 9-0. Reds have the lead on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
More than a museum. It's stunning exhibits that walk you through the Bible. It's a stroll through gorgeous botanical gardens. It's a marvelous tour of the heavens. And there's so much more at the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky. With fascinating exhibits, a planetarium, a special effects theater, a zoo, a playground, and a butterfly house and conservatory. The Creation Museum is fun for the whole family. Go to creationmuseum.org.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at ChampionSafeNow.com.
Tonight's Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge contestant, that is you, Cheryl Kolb from Harrison, Ohio. And if a home run hit by a Reds player during tonight's game, it's the Toyota hit and win sign.
First pitch to J.J. Bleday's low and in, ball one.
That sign is located out in right center field. Cheryl, you'll win a brand new built in the USA 2026 Tundra. All courtesy of your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. Cheryl Kolb from Harrison. Good luck.
1-0 pitch, and Bleday goes the other way and loops one into left field. That's going to fall in front of Soto for a base hit. And J.J.'s on for the second time tonight. A walk, now a base hit. He's 1 for 2.
That little inside out swing served him well.
There you go again. On another ball that's served into the outfield. So 1 on. Here's Sal Stewart. I was going to say that JJ's capable of hitting those power stacks out there. Sal served one to right his last time up. Walk in his first at bat, then singled. He scored both times he's reached. Also has a stolen base tonight. Down to the count here, 0-1. Right-hander Pintaro's back to work. The 0-1 pitch. And Stewart drives this one to deep right center field, but it's going to hang up. A.J. Ewing over there in the alley to make the catch. Sal got a little bit off the end.
Good swing, though. He just caught it, like you said, he just caught it off the end.
With 1 out, here's Spencer Steer. Let's get the answer to tonight's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. 2 pitchers who finished in second place in National League Cy Young Award voting in the season, while pitching for the Reds, also pitched for the Mets during their careers. Tom Seaver, who was the Cy Young runner-up in 1981's one. Who's the other? A, Pete Harnish. Pitch, swinging. There's a soft bouncer toward the first baseman, handled by Jared Young. He'll come in and glove it, then run back to the bag for the out. Steers out. 3 unassisted. Bleday's up at second base. And the batter will be Eugenio Suarez, who's had a decent night tonight.
I'd say so.
2 for 2. A 2-run home run his first time up. A grand slam his last time up. So here we go. Suarez against the right-hander. Pintaro again. The encore. First pitch, Suarez takes a strike. Pete Harnish, Pete Shurik, Pat Zachary were the options. We said Pete Shurik. The answer is B, Pete Shurik. All over it. You remember the year?
1985.
Swing and a miss.
No, 1990.
Yes. Do you know who won the Cy Young that year?
Somebody with the Braves.
You are correct. He has a particular pitching feat named after him. His name is Greg Maddux. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called over the inside corner. Caught him looking. Down on strikes, Eugenio Suarez. He grimaced a little bit, shaking his head, going, I don't think so. It was, though. It was right there on the inside corner. Inning over. 9-0 Reds into 4 here at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
Hi everyone, this is Whitley, the Community Outreach Nurse with the Buffalo Trace District Health Department, serving both Mason and Robertson counties. The mobile unit will be rolling out and offering services to both communities. The services will include blood pressure checks, cholesterol screenings, A1C testing, HIV testing, dental varnish for the children, derma scanning, and adult vaccines. For more information or to have the mobile unit set up at your next event, call 606-564-9447 and ask for me.
Did you know that anyone can make a referral to Hospice of Hope? It's true. You don't have to wait for a physician to bring up the conversation. If you or someone you know is struggling with a life-limiting condition, we can have one of our specialized nurses make visits to your home to determine if you would benefit from our services. We often hear from our families. We wish we had called you sooner. Call Hospice of Hope, serving counties in Kentucky and Ohio at 1-800-928-4848.
This is David Irie, president of the David Irie Foundation. I suffered a spinal cord injury playing baseball my senior year of high school. Since then, we created the David Irie Foundation, which raises money for spinal cord injury research and also high school scholarships based on awareness and preventing spinal cord injuries. If you would like to check us out or donate, look us up at dif35.org or check us out on Facebook at Team Irie. That's Team IERY.
Want to make a difference? Volunteer with the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary. There's dozens of missions in which you can volunteer your time and talent to help the Coast Guard and your community. Go to join.cgaux.org to learn more.
Mets come to bat. We're in the fifth. Reds are up 9-0. MJ Melendez will bat, leading off the New York fifth inning. Right-hander Chase Burns back to work. Swing and a miss to the first pitch slider. Strike one on MJ Melendez. Melendez struck out his first time up. Melendez signed a one-year deal with the Mets in the offseason after getting non-tendered by the Royals. The 0-1 pitch is off the outside edge. One time, this guy was one of the top Kansas City prospects. Only hitting .204 this year in a Mets uniform. Melendez waiting, and Burns spikes a changeup out in front of home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. 9 runs, 7 hits for the Reds tonight. No runs, only 2 hits allowed by Chase Burns against the Mets in this game, and Bo Bichette has both of them. Took over 30 pitches, though, for Burns to get through the 4th inning. Swung on, fouled back.
Yeah, I saw a stat earlier, Tommy. The Reds tonight are the first. It's the first time this has happened since 1911. That's a long time. Where the Reds had a batter with 6 RBIs and a pitcher with at least 6 strikeouts through the first 3 innings of the game.
Wow.
Combined. That's pretty cool.
That's a long stretch of time. Over a century. 2-2 pitch. Down too low. That slider. Full count, 3-2. So what you're saying is what we're witnessing tonight is pretty rare.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I think you qualify. Burns is back home with a 3-2 to MJ Melendez. And it's swung on and fouled back to the left side. That's out of play.
I didn't expect Chase Burns to be totally on his game tonight simply because he threw 105 pitches in his last start. That's the most he's thrown. And he had to work for it a little bit.
Melendez again sprays it foul to the left side.
And the one thing that these Mets are doing, they don't have any runs, but they're making him work for the outs, especially in that 4th inning.
Well, you kind of thought after he breezed through the 2nd and 3rd, he was just going to kind of cruise along here. But now check swing by Melendez on a pitch down. But this is the 3rd walk that he's issued now in the last couple of innings. And those walks, coupled with the strikeouts, will really quickly elevate your pitch count. It was fine from a pitch count standpoint with the 6 strikeouts through 3 innings because he wasn't giving out free passes, and when he was getting guys to put the ball in play, he was getting quick outs. Now the Mets working the count a little bit more. First ball swinging, Francisco Alvarez comes up empty on a slider down and away, and it's 0-1. Burns picks up the sign. Now time called.
And this is one of those nights, even though it's 9-0, I would take Burns out after 5 innings. I mean, you want to give him every opportunity to qualify for a win. He's earned that.
Well, he's got to get through it first. Here's the 0-1. And Alvarez takes low. But yeah, I mean, at this point you're going to have to.
Yeah,
pitch count's going to.
You want to give him the chance to get through the 5th inning, even if it's a couple of runs, but
the 1-1. High pop foul. First base side out of play.
I mean, he's at 86 pitches, and there are no outs here in the 5th. He needs a double play. That's what
in the worst way. 1-2 on Francisco Alvarez. He's dealing with a 9-hole hitter. Top of the order to follow with Benj. And a 1-2 pitch on the way to Alvarez, and it's right back up the middle under the glove of the second baseman Arroyo diving behind the bag, and it's into center field. So Alvarez almost took out Burns with that rocket right back up the middle. Now the Mets have runners at first and second base with nobody out. Boy, wouldn't it just break your heart if Burns is unable to get through this fifth inning when the Reds staked him to a 9-0 lead? Now back to the top of the order. Here's Carson Bench. And the pitch to Bench is a fastball too high. The count is 1-0.
Yeah, this is not really a point in time where you are working on changeup and breaking ball. When you've got a 9-0 lead and you've got the bottom of the order, you just let it eat.
Strike on the outside corner evens the count at 1-1.
Because until anybody else not named Bichette or Soto prove that they can hit your fastball, you just take it and shove it right down their throat.
Burns home of the 1-1. Fouled left side.
It's different when it's a one-run game or the score is even.
Ball and 2 strikes on Bench. Burns the pause, the belt, a check of the runners, and the 1-2. Swung on in the air, left field. There is J.J. Bleday moving toward the line to make the catch. The runners stay at first and second, and Bench is the first out here in the fifth.
And I'm sure that for Chase Burns, he's just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. But you learn as you go along. You got to manage. You got to manage yourself, and you got to manage the ball game. And there's not a hitter up there unless they're Bo Bichette or Juan Soto that has showed that they can handle the fastball.
And here are those two guys in the dirt, blocked by Stevenson. It rolls up the line toward first, but the runners stay. Count is 1-0 on Bo Bichette. Well, if he can get Bichette here, then Soto becomes possibly the final batter that Burns faces today. I mean, the pitch count's creeping towards 100 now. The 1-0 pitch to Bichette. Swung on, and there's a line drive into center field, a base hit. His third hit today. To third and holding is Melendez with Dunn up throwing, and the bases are loaded now with one man out. Well, here you go. It'll be Burns against Soto, the final act tonight.
And this is not how you wanted it to play out.
Not even a little bit. Brock
Burke, you make a bad pitch here. You not only is it a 9-4 ball game, but you give the Mets a bit of momentum in a ball game that you led 9-0.
And you're not going to make it another batter at that point. The pitch is down too low with Burke throwing. You've got a left-hander next, and then the left-hander in A.J. Ewing. So a couple of left-handers coming up after Soto's a left-handed batter.
And this is where Tito is agonizing.
No question.
He wants to allow Burns to do everything he can to get through this inning.
And Soto takes high and outside. It's a 2-ball, no strike count right now on Juan Soto. Soto wanding the bat over the inside part of the plate. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fouled back. 2-1 the count. Bases are loaded again for the Mets. Soto is an awfully dangerous hitter regardless of the situation, but even more so with the bags packed. And he takes a backdoor slider for a called strike. Count is even at 2-2. Burns through the signs, and now Soto wants to call time, and he backs out of the box. He's swatting at the air like there's some bugs there, but
he is only he calls timeouts not for himself, but to disrupt the timing and the rhythm of the pitcher. He is a smart player.
2-2 the count. Burns to Soto. Swung on, and he popped him up. a mile into the air. Over by first base, Steer in foul territory will make the catch. And that is a big second out here in the 5th inning. So the best Soto does against Burns on this night, worked him for a walk the last time up. But in this at-bat, he pops out in foul territory to Steer. Jared Young will bat now. The base is loaded. Burke is ready to go out in the Reds bullpen. Kind of get the sense that this is probably Burns' last batter regardless. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. A changeup down, and it's 1-0.
I just don't get that pitch call. I realize that for most pitchers, you don't want to groove a fastball in the first pitch. Chase Burns is not most pitchers.
The 1-0, and it's swung on, hit toward the alley. Right center field, on the run, done, and he runs it down right as he reaches the track on pitch number 100 for Chase Burns. For the second straight inning, the Mets leave the bases loaded, and we're in the middle of the 5th with the Reds up 9-0 on the Reds Radio Network.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
Life can throw a lot at us, but through all the ups and downs, your financial future will be ever gentle on your mind with Western and Southern. From life insurance to investments, our one-on-one guidance is customized for your needs today and in the future. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hey, Reds fans, United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the U-Drive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starbursts for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the U-Drive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Kick off your 4th of July weekend in Cincy. Enjoy Ohio River fireworks, family fun, and baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds, white, and blue getaway at visitcincy.com.
Novi Marte leads off the Reds' 5th inning. Matt McClain and Tyler Stevenson will follow, and if anybody gets on, Edwin Arroyo. Reds are up 9-0. Let's look at tonight's scoreboard stumper. Since the year 2000, 4 players have been selected by the Reds in the first round of the draft and then played for the Mets later in their career. Who are these 4 first-rounders drafted by the Reds and then played for the Mets since the year 2000? Ball got loose. Out of the stands, onto the track, out in right center. I think I know of 1.
I know 2, I think.
Okay. Let's see if one of the 2 is one of the ones I was thinking of.
Todd Frazier.
Okay. I did not think of him. I should have.
Jay Bruce.
Jay Bruce. You didn't get either of the 2 I was thinking of. Or you did not. Neither of those 2 guesses were the one I was thinking of. First pitch. Novi Marte swings and fouls it away. 0-1 on Marte. Marte's 0 for 2. Strikeout and fly out to right. Nothing. Reds have the lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pintaro back to the plate with the 0-1. Breaking ball dives down and away. The count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now I'm kind of stuck.
One of these guys was a pretty good offensive catcher at one time. The pitch is up and in.
Devin Mesoraco.
You are good with those hints, aren't you?
what my wife says.
Evan Mesoraco. Good. I love having a lot in common with Ashley. 2-1 on Marte. He grounds it back toward the middle. Shortstop Bichette Fields throws to first in time for the out. One away in the fifth. Now Matt McClain. The last one I knew because, well, I followed his career right up here. He was on teams I worked for in Pensacola, and then was up here when I got here. Pitch to Matt McClain, swung on, fouled off to the right side. There was a stop in between him playing for the Reds and the Mets. 0-1 on McClain. The pitch. Breaking ball down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. I believe he is in parts unknown this year. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Check swing foul. Into the net. McClain down a ball and 2 strikes. He's been on both times he's been up. McClain, a walk and a hit by pitch. Interesting, Burns and Brady Singer are having a very lengthy conversation in the Reds dugout right now. Boy, wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall in that chat? The 1-2. McClain rolls it foul over by Colin Cowgill in the first base coach's box. Ball and 2 strikes on McClain. One ball, 2 strikes on McClain. And he swings and pops the 1-2 back into the seats behind home plate. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save, low prices in every aisle. Digital coupons in the app and fuel points. Pitch in the dirt outside. Fuel points help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. 2-2 on McClain. Locked you up over there, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm not sure who that last person is.
Outfielder. The 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called. Throws him over the outside edge. McClain caught watching. 2 down. Pretty good pitch there from Pintaro. He could hit. Wasn't a great outfit. Funny because he initially had a feud with Mets fans when he was with the Reds and then ended up playing for the Mets a few years later. Tyler Stevenson takes off the inside corner. They boo him because he faked a throw into the stands and then kept it and took it on in with him. They didn't like that very well, and they remembered that for several years.
Jesse.
Bingo! There it is. The wink. 1-0 to Tyler Stevenson. He rips this to left field, but it's going to be right at Juan Soto. He makes the catch. Reds are out in order in the 5th. Jesse Winker, the final of the 4.
Good hit.
Got it. We go to the 6th inning. 9-0. Reds lead the Mets at the end of 5 on the Reds Radio Network.
Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family. With 7 locations throughout the region, they provide a comprehensive range of medical services for the entire family and work to keep health care affordable. Primary Plus offers primary care, OBGYN, dental, dermatology, x-ray ultrasound, occupational medicine, on-site pharmacies that offer significant cost savings, and mental health care at Primary Plus Counseling Services, which now has a new expanded office at 910 Kenton Station Drive in Maysville. Primary Plus always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over. until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Let's get real. If you really don't know what you want to do after high school, why spend 4 years and $1 zillion trying to figure it out? At Maysville Community and Technical College, we'll help you choose from dozens of exceptional certificate and degree programs. If it doesn't work out, you can try something else and still finish in way less time for way less money than at a 4-year school. Visit maysville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Many infant deaths can be prevented by following the ABCs of safe sleep every time you put your baby to sleep. Don't sleep with your baby. Don't let them sleep in your bed or on the couch. And don't put them to sleep on their stomachs or side. Learn more at safesleepkentucky.org.
New pitcher for the Reds is left-hander Brock Burke, coming on for the 35th time, 2-3 with a 3.0 ERA. Burke is our Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it.
Well, the Reds are up 9-0, and will be A.J. Ewing, Marcus Semien, Brett Beatty. New up for the Mets here in the 6th inning. Some good news for the Reds. Pierce Johnson threw the hitters today on the field.
Well, that's very good.
Great news. Looked good by all accounts. Encouraging sign. First ball swinging, A.J. Ewing fouls it right side. The count is 0-1 on Ewing. Also, good to see Ellie De La Cruz running the bases before the ball game today. He looked good. Seemed to pass those tests. He'll run bases again tomorrow. And then he's going to go out over the weekend on a rehab assignment somewhere. They're just not sure where yet. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss by Ewing, and breaking ball down and away, and he's behind the count 0-2. Pop out to the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez, and he walked his last time up. Mets have left the bases loaded each of the last 2 innings. The 0-2 pitch, Ewing fouls into the net above the Mets third base dugout. 0-2. Has the sign, readies, and here he comes. 0-2 pitch. Ewing watches the fastball miss up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ewing. Lefties 1-2. And it's popped into the air. Shallow center field. On in a hurry. Done. He's got to hurry, but he will. And he gets there to make the catch in very short center field. And A.J. Ewing is the first out of the 6th inning. Tell you what, Dunn looks pretty good when he's in center field, even in right. He just doesn't get the same reads on balls when he's over in left field.
He can go get it in center field. There's no doubt about that.
1 out, now Marcus Semien. First pitch to Semien is up too high for ball 1. Semien is struck out, also an infield fly to the shortstop. Left-hander Burke comes set, now throws the 1-0. Way high and outside. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. Straight away against Semien in the Reds outfield. A little bit high, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count. Semien and home plate umpire Mark Wegner have a little chat there. Ready to go again. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. And Stevenson watches a strike, or frames a strike. Semien watching it. 3-1. Each team with 1 challenge left. Reds are up 9-0 in the 6th. Burke throws, swing and a miss. Good fastball over the outside corner. The count's full 3-2. Final line on Chase Burns tonight. 5 innings, 100 pitches. Allowed just 4 hits over 5 innings of shutout baseball. Up and away, and that's ball 4. So Simeon walks. He'll head down to first base. He walked 3, struck out 7 tonight. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network.
Sports 1240 WFTM Maysville, your home for Cincinnati Reds baseball and the best in local, state, and national sports coverage.
Brett Beatty now, runner at first base with 1 man out. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Mark Vientos has moved out on deck to hit for MJ Melendez. Burke comes set. Now here's his 0-1. And it's swung on and fouled away back to the left. 0-2 on Beatty. Beatty will use his timeout. Another start for Burns where he gives up 2 runs or less. He gave up nothing.
It's now 11 in a row.
Incredible. 0-2 pitch. Way too high.
And truth be told, the last couple of starts, he's had to work for it. Both of them. Figure out a way to get it done.
Burke ready, the 1-2. And right to the outside corner. Fastball, strike 3 called, and down on strikes. Beatty, the left-handed hitter, caught watching against the left-handed throwing Burke. 2 men are out here in the 6th inning, and now here's Vientos hitting for MJ Melendez. Stevenson out to go over how they want to attack Vientos here. 1 on and 2 out. It's been all Reds tonight. The Reds, it's really been all Eugenio Suarez tonight. Suarez with a 2-run home run to the first inning, made it a 3-run first, and then a grand slam capping a 6-run second. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1 on the right-handed hitting Vientos, batting for Melendez. Vientos snapped an 0-for-17 drought with an RBI base hit in yesterday's game. Burke the pause, now the pitch. 0-1 is swung on, and that's a line drive into right. Played on a bounce by Marte for base hit. And Vientos is on with a pinch hit single. The Mets with runners at first and second base, 2 outs, and here's Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez grounded to the second baseman in the 3rd, then singled in the 5th. 2 on, 2 out. Burke the pause, and here he comes. First pitch is lifted in the air center field. Pretty well struck, going back in a hurry is done onto the track, but slows nearing the wall and makes the catch with a few strides to spare. Inning over. The Mets strand 2 more here in the 6th. They have left 8 over the last 3 innings. 9-0 Reds in the middle of the 6th. Reds Radio Network.
Our first students arrived in 1824, but let's fast forward 200 years and discover what's happening today. Miami University is number 3 among national public universities for excellence in undergraduate teaching, a top 10 college for producing Fortune 500 CEOs, and one of the 100 best colleges for future leaders with an entrepreneurship program among the top 10 in the world. Producing exceptional leaders and mentors was, is, and will always be something we do. Miami University is where today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Your business is molded by your industry, and your advisors should be too. At Dean Dorton, we take an industry-first approach, building teams of specialists who understand your field inside and out. That means guidance that's informed, relevant, and practical insight you won't get from the standard firm. No second guessing, no we'll get back to you. Just clear, high-level advice from professionals who work in your industry every day. Learn more at DeanDorton.com/Reds. That's DeanDorton.com/Reds.
Hey Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. For Father's Day, skip the tie, ship Dad Graders instead. Ship frozen to his door anywhere in the country. Sweet Summer Peach just dropped. He'll figure it out from there. Graders.com. Taste the greatest.
On for the Mets. Gone to left-hander David Peterson now. I thought it might almost be a piggyback situation. We might see Peterson a little sooner, but here he is late in this game. He's primarily been a starter. Peterson pitched 14 times, 7 of those as a starter. Reds saw him as a starter. The pitch missing up and away for ball 1 to Edwin Arroyo.
Well, I would think that when the Mets brought in Pintaro, it was in hopes that he would get out of the inning. Peterson could start the third, but after the grand slam by Suarez, I'm sure that the Mets were thinking, let's just leave him in there and see if we can get a few innings.
Slight change of plans after that. 1 ball, 1 strike on Edwin Arroyo.
That is called adjusting on the fly.
9-0, Reds have the lead. Peterson the kick in 1-1, up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Edwin Arroyo. Base hit, fly out to center. 2-1 pitch, and Arroyo watches the strike at the knees. Arroyo came home to score during the Reds' second inning rally. 2-2. Ground ball headed for the second baseman. Simeon will field it. Flip it over first, and Arroyo's out. It was a bunt single that allowed Arroyo to reach that in that second inning. He was just trying to move the base runners. First 2 men had reached, dropped down the bunt, and then Tobias Myers picked it up. Looked to third. By that time he did that, it was too late to get
to be fast.
Arroyo at first base. Now Blake Dunn, and Dunn takes a little bit high on the inside corner. First pitch fastball. The count's 1-0 on Dunn. Dunn doubled and scored to the first. He's popped out to third and grounded to short. Swinging and a foul off the catcher.
So do you like chicken and waffles?
Chicken and waffles, a great combination.
That's kind of the same as having a donut for a bun with that chicken breast in between.
I get it. I just don't, chicken and waffles is a knife and fork dish.
You can eat the other one with the knife and fork.
Strike on the inside corner, 1-2, but it's a sandwich. You're not supposed to use a knife and fork in a sandwich. Fork and knife, however you're supposed to say it.
I think you can do whatever you want if it's your sandwich.
I guess you could, but it's kind of like eating a Snickers bar with fork and knife. Swing and a foul at home plate by Dunn. Barely get a piece of it. The ball and 2 strikes.
Some people like to cut up their cancer.
Mets are trying to figure out if they want to challenge that. I think they were thinking that was a swing and miss. Here comes Carlos Mendoza. What was the guy's name in Seinfeld? Elaine's boss that just cut up it wasn't Mr. Peterman. The other guy.
I didn't really watch a whole lot of
Seinfeld. Come on.
No, I didn't.
So you never watched?
Well, that was my playing days. So I just, like Friends. I didn't get to see any of that until I retired and I'm watching all the reruns.
Well, that's a good one, too. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncer.
Hurry.
Over the mound, behind second, fielded by Simeon, unloads a strong throw in a hurry, just in time to get done. 2 men are out. Keith Hernandez, who's sitting to our left on the other side of the glass, still gets royalty checks for his appearances on Seinfeld.
Pays to be a hitter. And a good one at that.
You got that right.
One of the best of all time.
Nobody on, 2 away. Here's J.J. Bleday. Peterson fires. And the pitch is down and away for ball 1 to J.J. Bleday. 1-0 on Bleday. Bleday has been on twice. Lined to right his first time up, and then walked and scored in the second, singled in the fourth, and the 1-0. Bleday watches the strike call on the outside corner. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Wilhelm, Mr. Wilhelm. Ground ball to third, fielded by Beatty. He gloves and throws in time to get the out. Now, Wilhelm was gorgeous. We go to the 7th. 9-0. Reds lead the Mets at the end of 6 on the Reds Radio Network.
Preferred Equipment has been America's #1 name in farm, ranch, and rodeo equipment for over 50 years. Equipment bearing the Preferred name is crafted to make chores faster, safer, and easier for both the cow and the cowboy. Hinton Mills continues to be Kentucky's most trusted Preferred dealer. Stop in at any of Hinton Mills' 6 locations to see Preferred squeeze chutes, palp cages, sweep systems, working alleys, and panels. No one knows Preferred livestock equipment better than the Hinton Mills team and our Preferred certified employees. Hinton Mills, your authorized Preferred dealer.
Double M Seamless Gutter and Gutter Cleaning specializes in the replacement of existing gutters, gutter repair, and gutter installation for new construction. We carry 7 different color options in stock at no additional charge. We can also take care of gutter cleaning and maintenance of existing gutters and can clean up to 40 foot. We don't climb and use no water to clean your gutter. We are a fully insured gutter installer for both residential and commercial structures. Give us a call at 606-584-5608 or like us on Facebook.
The Maysville-Mason County Landfill offers roll-off services with 20-yard, 30-yard, and 40-yard containers available, as well as a recycling center and waste tire drop-off. The Maysville-Mason County Landfill is open on Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3:50 p.m. and Saturday morning from 8 to 11:50. The Maysville-Mason County Landfill is permitted to accept waste from all Buffalo Trace counties, as well as 7 counties in Ohio, including Brown and Adams counties. The Maysville-Mason County Landfill, 7055 Clarkson Sherman Road.
Trauma can have devastating and lasting effects on an individual's life. Finding support is important to begin healing. Women's Crisis Center is excited to offer a support group for survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. Call 564-6708 to register.
Left-hander Caleb Ferguson is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. Ferguson, no record, a 2.08 ERA in his 8 appearances, tonight being the 9th. And he will go to work against the left-handed hitting Carson Bench. First pitch from Ferguson, fastball, ranked down Broadway, strike 1. 9-zip Reds. Reds scored 3 in the first, 6 in the second, 2 home runs by Eugenio Suarez, won a 2-run shot, won a grand slam, and the Reds bolted out to an early lead. This pitch fouled to the left side, no balls and 2 strikes. Here to Carson Bench, who is 0 for 3 here tonight. And to the plate, fastball up and in, a check swing, he did not go. 1-2 now the count. Chase Burns started it. 5 scoreless innings. The last 2 a bit taxing. Took him a little bit to get through it. There's a looping liner into left field, and that's a base hit. So Benj aboard with his first hit of the night, and that will bring to the plate the hot-hitting Bo Bichette. I almost said Dante.
They are related.
Yeah, I played against the older one. He could smoke it. Bo Bichette, 3 for 3 tonight. Fouls this one off into the Reds dugout, right down the steps. Backswing caught the left arm of Tyler Stevenson. No ball, 1 strike count.
I think Drew's right. He was helping me out. I think it was Mr. Littman.
Littman on
Seinfeld.
Okay.
Keith Hernandez is co-star.
I got you. Benz with the lead at first. Ferguson comes with a high hold. And to the plate. Fouled off to the right side. Out of play. Back-to-back cutters. 1 down and away. That one right in on the hands of Bichette. Hey, Bichette must love hitting in this ballpark because he was wearing it out in a Toronto Blue Jay uniform. And he was 3 for 3 in his next appearance here at Great American Ballpark. Foul to the right side. Got it in on him again. Count stays at 0-2. Well, it's funny to look up there and see the Reds have 7 hits, the Mets have 6, and the Reds are winning 9-0. Of course, the Mets have left 9 runners on base.
8 in the last 3.
The pitch, swing and a miss. Chased one well above the strike zone. 1 down.
8 in the last 3 is 1 shy of the max.
That is correct. And did not score nary a run. Here's Juan Soto. Soto 0 for 2. He did walk in the 4th inning. He has struck out. He has popped out to the first baseman. All of those at bats coming against Burns. First pitch, strike 1 as Soto was moving out of the box. No ball, 1 strike count. Ferguson comes to the set at the belt. Then he readjusts the glove up by the chin. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and away. And it's a no ball, 2 strike count as right-hander Chase Petty begins to loosen in the Reds bullpen. Time called by Soto as he'll step back out of the box just as Ferguson was getting ready to pitch. That is a patented Juan Soto move.
And you're seeing it all the time around the big leagues right now. He's been doing it forever, but a lot of hitters are doing that now.
Here's the 0-2 from Ferguson. Just off the outside corner, a fastball away. I think what we're going to see more of is what you're seeing with Caballero with the Yankees, where the hitter gets in the box and he does not address the pitcher until the clock hits 8 seconds. That way he doesn't have to stand there like a statue for 14, 15 seconds once the pitcher comes set. Fouled back. Fastball up. Soto just a tad tardy. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Well, we always talk about how pitching is trying to
disrupt the timing of the hitter.
Exactly. So now as a hitter, that's about all you can do to try to disrupt the rhythm of a pitcher.
That's exactly right. It is the cat and mouse game extraordinaire. And the umpires get bent out of shape about it because they want the hitter in the box ready to hit. Hitter does not have to address the pitcher until there's 8 seconds. That's the rule. Meeting on the mound with Stevenson and Ferguson as they try to figure out exactly what they want to throw on their next pitch to Juan Soto. Pretty much seen 3 or 4 consecutive fastballs. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. The runner at first, Binge, who reached on a single into left after being down 2 strikes. Soto settles in. He's not looking at him at all. Now he'll look out that way with 9 seconds on the clock. To the plate. Fouled back. Fastball up and in. And probably the best swing that Soto has had against Ferguson here in this at-bat. Now Soto settles back in. Another 1-2. Slider in the dirt. Soto takes it easily. You notice Soto, when he gets to 2 strikes, he really chokes up on the bat. He gets spread out in the batter's box, trying to shorten that swing path a little bit, trying to be quick, maybe not as big of a swing, but that dude's still got power. You miss in right now, even with him choked up, he can still hurt you. 2-2 pitch from Ferguson. Fastball up and away, and Tyler says, let's look at that one.
Pitch is called the ball. The catcher's challenger.
Oh, just barely.
No challenges remaining.
That would be 0.1 inches above the strike zone. It's close. Count is full. Benj takes his lead. Steer holds him there. And a 3-2 pitch from Caleb Ferguson. And he walked him. It was a breaking ball down and away. And Soto will draw his second walk of the night. And that'll bring Eric Wagaman to the plate, hitting for Jared Young. It's also something that amazes me. You have a guy in your lineup that hits in the 4 spot. Traditionally, that would be one of your better hitters, where they hit in that spot pretty much all the time, regardless of who's on the mound. But in this instance, you take out your cleanup batter for a pinch hitter from the other side.
It feels a little like they're punting. Trying to get some guys in there.
Well, Wagaman is in there hitting 167, but he hits from the right side, and he will take that pitch down and in. A cutter off the plate. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. Well, if you're truly punting, you take Bichette and Soto out and rest them for the next 2 games of the series.
Correct.
So maybe this is a fake punt. They're going for the first down. 2-ball, no strike count. That one missed off the outside corner. Ferguson in a bit of a bind here. And he misses inside, and it's 3-0.
Not that MJ Melendez is setting the world on fire, but I thought it was kind of odd timing to pinch hit Mark Vientos, too. I mean, I get the right-left matchup thing, but
3-0 pitch. And that is ball 4. So back-to-back walks. One to Soto, who you had down in the count 1 and 2, and then Wagaman and his 167 batting average draws a walk to load the bases. The Reds have not scored since the 2nd inning, so it appears that Reds pitching is going to have to make a 9-run lead stand up. Surely. Here's A.J. Ewing. He's 0 for 2. He did walk in between a pop out to third and a pop out to center field. He'll take strike 1 over the outside corner. 0-1 here to the left-handed hitting center fielder for the Mets. No place to put A.J. Ewing. The pitch. Fastball, strike 2, and Ewing will challenge this.
Pitch is called a strike. The hitter's challenger.
It was a fastball up and away. And he will win the challenge by a lot. One ball, 1 strike count here to the left-handed hitting Ewing. Looking for his first hit of the night. Ferguson to the plate. He's going to miss outside. That's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Looks like a right-hander in the Reds bullpen getting ready in a hurry. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs, and Ewing swings right through it. He had quite a healthy hack. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down here in the Mets 7th. It is 9-0 Reds, and Caleb Ferguson trying to keep it just like that. And here he comes. Fastball off the outside corner, and it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Three-two pitch. Here we go. Down the left field line, foul. Hit that right off the end of the bat. Like an emergency swing.
Sure did. And it almost worked out for him.
He's definitely trying to make sure he stays alive on that in case Ferguson tries to flip a breaking ball in there for a strike. But another 3-2 pitch coming. And here it is. Fastball, strike 3, right over the outside corner. I don't think there's going to be any doubt about that one. 2 down. And Terry Francona, well, he is heading to the mound. He's going to take Ferguson out of this ball game with the bases loaded, and the Reds leading 9-0. Ferguson started this inning. He will pitch 2/3 of an inning. And a new pitcher coming on. It'll be Chase Petty. 9-0 Reds right here on the Reds Radio Network.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Tommy Thrall, voice of the Reds here. I was at the old ball yard the other day and got to thinking that the catcher is a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program gives you peace of mind and keeps your home pest-free year-round. The program has 3 options, Basic, Advantage, and Premium. Each addresses different needs and budgets and comes with a dedicated technician. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Time for another Wolvers Mustard pitching change. Wolvers Mustard, let's put some mustard on it. This one will be Chase Petty, a right-hander out of the Reds pen. Petty coming out of the bullpen for the 3rd time. And he will come in with the bases loaded and Marcus Semien at the plate. Now Petty goes to work. First pitch, ground ball right side. Arroyo has it. Quick throw to steer. Inning over. Petty, nice job. Strands the bases loaded. Reds will finish at least this 7th inning leading by 9 at least. 9-0 Reds. Bottom of 7 coming up on the Reds Radio Network. Time here tonight. He will take strike one over the outside part of the plate from the left-hander David Peterson. Peterson kicks and turns and misses downstairs with a changeup. 1-1 strike count. Stewart 1 for 2 on the night. He also has a walk to his credit, and he has scored a couple runs. Swing and a tapper foul off the catcher Alvarez, and that'll make it a 1-2 strike count. Got a lot of things on his ledger tonight. He walked, scored a couple of times, stole a base, drove in a run.
That's a good night.
That is a good night when your team's running 9-zip. The pitch. Ground ball down the left field line. Nice play, Beatty. The 1-hop, 2-hop throw, and he'll get him. Nice play right there.
Great play. And the thing is, there was a bounce, and I think it was the last hop in the grass. It actually bounced more fair. So it bounced back deeper into fair territory instead of continuing to hook toward foul territory. And Beatty did a nice job to adjust to that. Actually kind of had to reach back by his calf to make the pickup.
First pitch to Spencer Steer will be called a ball. 1 no strike count on the changeup from the left-hander Peterson. Now the 1-0. Breaking ball, drops it right in the heart of the plate. 1 strike count.
Anytime the ball bounces a different direction than what you're anticipating, it becomes a very challenging play for an infielder.
Back to the plate, up and away with a changeup. 2 balls and a strike here to Steer. Yeah, that ball bounced as though it hit the inside of the third base bag. It did not, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
A lot of spin on the ball. Back to the plate, Peterson, up and in. 3 balls and a strike now to Spencer Steer. Spencer trying to get aboard for the first time here tonight. He is 0 for 3. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball, lifted foul back behind home plate. Dropped the curveball down and in. Spencer with a healthy swing, but he comes up empty. 3 2 strike count out of the Reds' first baseman on the night. Eugenio Suarez waiting in the on-deck circle. He of 6 RBIs and 2 home runs here tonight. Up and in, that is ball 4. So down to first is Steer. Suarez will step to the plate. He was called out on strikes in his last at-bat. And that's kind of one of those ho-hum moments after hitting 2 home runs and driving in 6 in your first 2 at-bats. And he's got a chance to add to that total here. Peterson to the plate. Breaking ball, lifted foul off to the right side. A little backdoor hook. No ball, 1 strike count. Suarez readies. Peterson from the set, and the pitch, swing and a miss. A high fastball right at the top of the zone. 94-mile-an-hour heater from Peterson there, and he gets a swing and a miss from Suarez. No balls and 2 strikes. Here he comes again. Swing and a miss. Got him with the breaking ball down and in. 2 down. So a couple of homers and a couple of strikeouts here tonight for Suarez, and that'll bring Noelvi Marte to the plate. Marte hitless on the night. Marte came into the ball game with a 7-game hitting streak, having home runs in each of his last 3 ball games. Pitch from Peterson, outside. Change up, tails off the outside corner, up and away. 1 ball, no strike count. Back to the plate, Peterson. Slider down and in, and Noelvi just couldn't check his swing on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Couple of shakes for Peterson. Now he sets, looking at steer at first. The pitch inside. Fastball riding up and in. That'll make it a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Marte came into the ball game hitting a clean .308 in June. The pitch. Foul to the right side. Off the netting just above the Reds dugout. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 down here in the Reds' 7th. The Reds have not plated a run since they scored 6 in the 2nd. Did you see that score in Las Vegas the other night?
Oh my God.
23-9.
Did you see the total number of runs scored in that series?
I didn't, but I imagine it was probably close to 100. 2-2 pitch coming from Peterson. And a tapper foul back behind home plate. We'll do it again.
They get that dome built anyway. They can pressurize that thing so they can.
You know, I don't know, but
figure out what.
Now leaving. I hope whoever they get to broadcast those games has a pretty good home run call, because they'll need to use it a lot.
Probably have to mix it up a little bit.
2-2 pitch. Grounded foul off to the third base side. Another breaking ball from the left-hander Peterson, and the count will stay at 2-2.
They might need to use those cheap balls you get from the sporting goods store that are plastic and flattened every time you hit them. Use those for batting practice. Save some money. Gosh.
Peterson will step off the back of the rubber. Now he'll re-toe. Has the sign from Alvarez, and back to the plate. Ground ball right to the second baseman Simeon. He will throw to first in time to cut down Marte. The Reds will strand a base runner, but lead the Mets 9-0. As we head on to the 8th, Tommy Thrall's coming back here on the Reds Radio Network.
Planning to have an auction? Call Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services in Tollsboro. Craig A. Stanfield is an auctioneer in Kentucky and has over 30 years experience and was the 2003 Kentucky State Champion auctioneer. Stanfield is a member of the Kentucky Auctioneers Association. Craig will advertise your auction online at auctionzip.com. To schedule an auction, call Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services at 606-301-3350. Craig A. Stanfield, auctioneer and broker.
The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center on Sutton Street in downtown Maysville has 4 historic collections in one dynamic place. Home to the KSB Miniatures Collection and Old Pogue Experience. Before tomorrow becomes yesterday, we invite you to get the whole story at the Kentucky Gateway Museum Center. Come explore with us. The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4. Don't forget to like the Kentucky Gateway Museum on Facebook or visit kygmc.org. Call 564-5865.
Quality Carpet has huge selection of carpet and vinyl made in the USA. Quality Carpet also has Somerset Appalachian hardwood made right here in Kentucky. All colors and styles in stock at Quality Carpet are ready for immediate installation. Stop in and take a look at our inventory or call for a free on-site measurement. Quality Carpet at 1516 Forest Avenue across from the Maysville Cemetery. Call 564-7956 and never pay too much for flooring again.
Microclinic is a free, fun, and team-based program, and yes, I said team, so be sure to bring friends and family to get the tools to live a healthier lifestyle. For more information, please call 606-564-9447.
Let's come to bat. We're in the 8th inning. 9-0. Reds have the lead here at Great American Ballpark tonight. It's been that way since the 2nd. The Mets have left a small village on the base paths over the last 3 innings. First pitch on the way. Chase Petty to Brett Beatty. Sky in the air. Between the mound and third base, Eugenio Suarez in the grass will make the catch, and there's one gone here in the 8th. That'll bring up Mark Vientos. Vientos, a base hit, pinch hitting back in the 6th inning. Pinch hit single. And then, of course, he was stranded. Mets have stranded a total of 12, 11 of them in the last 3 innings. In the air to center, coming on as the center fielder Blake Dunn. I said 3, the last 4 innings.
2 pitches, 2 outs for Petty here in the 8th. Just how you like it.
And now Francisco Alvarez will be the batter. Well, he's actually thrown 3 pitches
in a row, right?
Yeah, he's got
3
3
outs in a row and 3 pitches.
As he threw a first pitch ground out to Marcus Semien, then a first pitch pop out to third, and a first pitch fly out to center. So he has 3 outs on 3 pitches.
I wonder what the record for that is.
Most consecutive batters out on 1 pitch?
Right.
It can't be much more than 4, can it?
Normally, if you get the first 2, just like Alvarez did, you're taking all the way.
So he takes a strike here. Do you know the fewest pitches ever thrown in a complete game? It's to Francisco Alvarez, and he flies one to center field. Dunn moves toward left center to make the catch. It's a 4-pitch inning for Chase Petty. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 9-0. Middle of the 8th. Reds are up on the Reds Radio Network.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Pull off and fuel up at Ralph's American Grill, home of serious burgers for serious appetites. From the barbecue bacon to the black and blue, every burger is stacked, loaded, and built to satisfy. Grab the Smokestack Club or crunchy Nashville chicken sandwich. Think you've got what it takes? Climb into the cab of the Big Rig Challenge. 6 patties, loaded fries, and a milkshake. Conquer it in 45 minutes and take home the prize. Ralph's American Grill in the Roberts Center off 71. Learn more at ralphsgrill.com.
Join the Reds June 22nd through the 24th as they battle the Milwaukee Brewers. Bring your furry friends to the game Tuesday with the Bark in the Park special ticket package, presented by Good and Fun and Dreambone. It's also another Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesday. Enjoy select $3 beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. Fans in attendance for Wednesday's game will receive an Eugenio Suarez City Connect 1.0 bobblehead thanks to Kroger while supplies last. Get your tickets now at reds.com/tickets.
At Rising Star Casino in Rising Sun, win up to $5,000 in free play during 3-wheel hot seat Fridays and baseball bonanza Saturdays. That's Friday and Saturday, 6 to 9. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 800-9-WITH-IT.
Reds will come to bat in the bottom of the 8th inning. Matt McClain, Tyler Stevenson, Edwin Arroyo are due up. Here in the 8th for the Redlegs. Mets have made some changes. Wagaman's at first base. Of course, he stayed in the game and played first after pinch hitting in the 7th inning.
Brujan playing in left. Soto's out of the ball.
There we go. We were wondering when that would happen. So it's Matt McClain. Pitch to McClain is in there for a called strike. Is that the official raising of the white flag? Pitch to McClain off the outside corner.
No, I think the official raising was when they swung at 4 pitches and made 3 outs.
1-1 to Matt McClain. Up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Do you remember were you ever part of one of those teams? I don't know. I can't imagine it ever happened in the big leagues, but in the minor leagues where it's like the last day of the first half or the last day of the season and you just play with one bat. Everybody just hands it to the next guy. Pitch down and away. They want a challenge. Pass the bat.
Pitch is called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
No, not the same bat.
No? Not the outside.
All confirmed. New York has no challenges remaining.
So the Mets are out of challenges. That confirms the call.
Well, Alvarez's challenges have not even been anywhere close.
Over 2.5 inches outside. Here's the 3-1 to McClain. Inside ball 4.
The first one was 1.6. That was 2.6.
Not great. Now Tyler Stevenson. So no, you never did that. Never passed the bat.
I don't think I ever saw that. I did see sometimes where you were in the last game of the season and everybody said, you're swinging at the first pitch.
Those are good days to pitch.
Yeah. Well, that's when you know your team has not had a real good year.
Tyler Stevenson a wave and a miss.
And guys were booking flights and needed to get out of there in a hurry. So you were instructed to be hacking.
It did not go over well if you didn't follow those rules. The 0-1. Stevenson lines one over short in the left. That's a base hit. McClain to second on the single to left by Tyler Stevenson.
This is reminiscent of the 6-run second inning where McClain walked and Stevenson smoked one into left field on the line.
Well, if Edwin Arroyo drops down a bunt here, which I don't think he will be, given that it's 9-0 in the 8th inning, but that's what he did. He dropped down a bunt, it went for a base hit, and then the Reds would go on to score 6. Now the catcher Alvarez out to talk with Peterson. 9-0 our score. Yid has done some digging, and I found the game he was talking about where the Boston Braves beat the Cincinnati Reds 2-0 on August the 10th of 1944. And pitching in that game was Red Barrett for the Boston Braves. I don't have an official pitch count for Red Barrett in that game. The pitch to Edwin Arroyo, ground ball foul, third base side. But what did you say? The 58 pitches, according to Yid, Red Barrett threw. That's pretty efficient. Didn't strike out a single batter. Also didn't walk anybody and only gave up 2 hits. 0-1 pitch. Looped into center. Actually, it's hit a little better than I thought. Ewing goes back and makes the catch over his left shoulder. Runners hold at first and second. And Arroyo's the first out of the Reds' 8th inning.
That's back in the day where if you walk, they boo. They wanted to see some action.
I'm in on that. I'm okay with 58-pitch complete game. And it was a complete game shutout. So that was like one of the original Maddoxes. Could have done 2 of them almost.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. 0-1 on Blake Dunn. I mean, you could pitch for another 7 innings. You only throw 58 pitches through 9. You just keep on going. Peterson's 0-1. Dunn takes a look at a strike at the knees. The count is 0-2. It's like video game stuff. Left-hander Peterson comes set. Now he throws. And Dunn skies it to left center. A.J. Ewing, who's shaded toward right, comes back to the left side of dead center and makes the catch. Runners still stay. And now 2 gone in the 8th inning. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter. Western and Southern donates to support cancer research, education, and care in the greater Cincinnati area when it comes to fighting cancer. All of this together. 2 outs, and J.J. Bleday is the batter. Peterson home to Bleday. And a little high. Ball 1-0. at second. Stevenson's at first. 2 outs. Peterson, the kick and pitch. Blade takes just off the outside corner. That slider away. 2 balls and no strikes on J.J. Blade. Parade's going to be taking place, we talked about yesterday in New York. Now that you know that, if you have a chance to scout your spot on the parade route, 2-0 to Blade. He swings, he launches high and deep to right. Bench back at the wall. He leaps. It is gone. Blade just got it out of the reach of Carson Bench and right. A 3-run home run, and it is 12-0 Reds. Bladay's 13th home run of the year.
I think Peterson is in disbelief that ball went out.
Yes, he hadn't pitched here enough. Sal Stewart takes just off the outside corner, breaking ball. Bounces it foul, third base side.
So Blade has a walk RBI, and he has a 3-run homer where he drove in 3.
Well, you asked what was better, to walk in the run or give up the grand slam. Now he's hit the home run and walk. Down low. That was a question you posed back when he walked with the bases. 2-1 to Stewart. In the dirt. It's a 3-ball. Nope, that's a strike. Neither team has a challenge, so they're kind of at the mercy of home plate umpire Mark Wegner now. Sal Stewart will use his timeout. Right. Peterson's about to throw. Peterson's a little bit out of shape right now. You might imagine. It is 2-2. Sal checked his swing. Didn't go on the pitch outside. Count runs full, 3-2. Sal has walked, singled, stole a bag, scored twice, driven in a run. He's flied out, grounded out. And the 3-2 pitch. Sal hits it on the ground to third. Backing up Beatty. Fields and throws in time. Side retired. But a 3-run home run from J.J. Blade has capped the Reds scoring tonight at 12. It is 12-0 at the end of 8. On to the 9th on the Reds Radio Network.
At Hinton Mills, we consider ourselves part of your farm team. From scouting, diagnostics, and soil sampling, to delivery, spreading, and spraying, we appreciate the opportunity to spend so much time on your farms. We feel invested in your success and realize that we only win if you win. That's why providing you with trusted products, trusted advice, and trusted service remains so important to us. Our team looks forward to farming alongside you again this year. Thank you for the opportunity. Hinton Mills, serving farmers since 1918.
Double M Seamless Gutter and Gutter Cleaning specializes in the replacement of existing gutters, gutter repair, and gutter installation for new construction. We carry 7 different color options in stock at no additional charge. We can also take care of gutter cleaning and maintenance of existing gutters and can clean up to 40 foot. We don't climb and use no water to clean your gutter. We are a fully insured gutter installer for both residential and commercial structures. Give us a call at 606-584-5608 or like us on Facebook.
The Maysville Mason County Recycling Center is a drive-through facility, self-sorted for number 1 and number 2 plastics, paper, cardboard, aluminum cans, and metal cans. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 3:30 and Saturday from 7:30 to 11:30. All containers must be marked for self-sorting, and staff is available for assistance. The Maysville Mason County Recycling Center is permitted to accept recyclables from all Buffalo Trace counties, as well as 7 counties in Ohio, including Brown and Adams counties. The Maysville Mason County Recycling Center, 7055 Clarkson Sherman Road.
MicroClinic is a free, fun, and team-based program, and yes, I said team, so be sure to bring friends and family to get the tools to live a healthier lifestyle. For more information, please call 606-564-9447.
Nothing. Reds lead the Mets. 9th inning. Mets come to bat against Chase Petty. Reds need 1 strikeout to send the folks home, not only happy, but also with pizza. Petty sets ready at the belt. He brings home the first pitch to Carson Bench, and it's a strike. 0-1. Of course, the Mets have been swinging so early against Chase Petty, they haven't had a chance to even get close to two-strike count. Petty's home with the 0-1. Way off the plate outside. Change up away. 1-1 on Bench. This is now the most pitches a Mets hitter has seen against Chase Petty. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and in, and Bench took a grip at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, here we go. 10 strikeouts by Reds pitchers tonight. Here come the pizza chants. Petty ready at the belt. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off the plate outside of the changeup. $12-0. Redlegs have the lead. It's a little more fun to cheer for pizza when your team's up 12. 2-2. And it's popped into the air to the left. J.J. Bleday will back up under it, make the catch. That's the first out. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network.
Sports 1240 WFTM Maysville, your home for Cincinnati Reds baseball and the best in local, state, and national sports coverage.
One big collective sigh as Bench flew out to left field. Now Bo Bichette. Petty to Bichette. Up and in. Ball 1. First pitch change up. 1-0. Bichette was retired for the first time tonight. His last time up when he struck out in the 7th.